I'm beneath a big broke. But I think that's one thing that is not true. Yeah. But I deny imali, I deny. So go to deny imali, ne? But I'm broke, ne? And now I do not have access to cash right now, and so that I can live the lifestyle that I want. But kubantan isn't okay, yeah. I think that's one thing about spaces is up. And also another thing that I don't like that I've picked up from people, because I'm this person, and I love boys. When I say I love boys, I love boys. Like when I see a boy child, it's different. I love people in general. I love kids, but there's something to me, especially so a baby until Kolona 100 and something. I always see that. I always see the goodness before the bad. So Abanaban is go because I am this loving and welcoming to abantu benye gender. Yo yanxwasa la sesi. Igcwele.
Hey, it's your boy Coffee, man. I'm out here in Cape Town, Barcelona, in a Pole, South Africa, man. It's yet another episode of the Black Couch podcast, my favorite. After, I think 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, man. I had to be away for some time, and thank you to everyone who's been supporting me in that difficult time. And shout out to everyone who's new right now, every new subscriber in the building. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to every follower on our Instagram and our Facebook, the Qhakaza Mayhem TV. And shout out to everyone who's joining our group on Facebook, which is the Qhakaza Mayhemers, man. And I love you so much, guys, because the numbers have been growing, and I can see on our latest videos that people are watching and sharing the content, which is really, really amazing. And on that note, shout out to Qhakaza is dropping his new I think project, which is called Locksmith Deluxe. He did drop the original one, so he's dropping the deluxe. And shout out to everyone who went to support him on his listening session at Philippi Village. So tomorrow it's dropping officially. And on our podcast today, it's a very, very special one. I'm a little bit nervous because the icon yam, the role model yam, she's one of the most sweetest people that I've ever met in my life. Very, very supportive, she's like a blueprint of how people should be in our neighborhoods. I feel like that, following her and watching everything. This is Nomzamo. How are you doing?
You're on the right.
What?
Yeah, that was extra. That was spicy.
It as much as it sounds spicy, to me it's true.
Is it?
Yeah, it is true. Like, for example, I watch a lot of Live Zako, and when I watch Live Zako, I always feel motivated. And I always feel like I wonder about banye bantu banje. Yeah, especially like I remember Live Zako kapha bantwana esikoleni.
Oh yeah.
Those were the cutest.
That's like daily life.
And like the way you do it, you always teach them something. It's like very important in a way that you always teach them something. If ababulisanga, you remind them. Because I noticed that kuqala kudrathwe omnye and wonke omnye funeka achile uba bye ubele mina mnandi and all of that. Like it teaches them something very important at a very young age. And we had a conversation before we started about how you would miss where you live if you would live maybe in a posh place like Ossie Point or Kemps Bay. And that's what I mean when I say,
Yo, I didn't know. Well, you were noticing all of this.
Yes. I do, and I just saw your post. I think it's Izolo and but you were talking about the introduction year too and how we're introduced. I have a blur idea of how it was, but to you, like how was it? Like just to remind me.
When Chidman Pilil, right?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
did ask. So one thing, Gengam, I do not forget people's faces. I do not forget the first time that I met you. So Kumlande, first impressions they last for real. So how I met you the first time, was a book joint, a couplet, book joint, and you were performing, ne? And I didn't know nothing about the coffee. So you were singing this song. I don't know where it got Brenda. But the way you sang it, I knew about someone's song, but you made it your own.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey,
I think it got Ringo.
It got Ringo, ne?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
something like that.
Because it was during August, so
yeah,
like Kotola and stuff. So I was like, I man, I turned into like it's someone's song, but ufake ubuyena in this song. So I listened and I got the vibes. I was like, okay, I like him. I like him. And when I say I like someone, it's me liking that person. Man. So yeah, that's how we met the first time. And the second time was when we were doing a mural on that wall. And is it Ubusopka Mpondo? It's not
no.
The girl for awareness, GBV and stuff. Then you were passing by, and that was the children's moment. Was Mona, Wabulis, and then you were like, let me just get off. Was joining. It was such a vibe. And I was like, yeah, man. And I didn't know Bango Wapayana Kailage. I was like, why are you passing a Kasla also? But I didn't know Bango Wapay Kailage. But that was I think that's what sealed how I felt or I feel about the kind of person that you are. So from that moment, I was like, okay, I'm sold. This is one of my very few people. I know a lot of people, but I have very few people.
No, I get what you mean. And that was actually a very funny moment because I came back to shoot something. I think our Ace. That day, and I was leaving to home. But when I saw what was happening, because now I'm always about a positive impact, and I could see that you guys are there doing that, and I think 80% of the people passing by,
all of them.
You get what I mean? You
get what I mean? All of them.
And I was like, only I and few people can understand this.
What's going on?
If Sibambalwa, why not hold whatever I was rushing to and go and support Lende Nzagayo, so that whoever is passing by sees, okay, there is something about this thing Nzaga for someone to do that kind of thing. To actually
stop, and I'm sure you left a person you're talking about. Okay, why would you just stop and get off your bus? Because of course you were not going there. You were going your way. And then we time, but people would just pass by. Sabesifake tapes and stuff or X. You were wearing all black. It was all black and red because it was the awareness of something that I don't know why. I always ask myself, but why do I feel like that when it comes to the GBV as like how I feel about the unfairness of it towards Amafazi and kids and Yonke Londoleo. To some people, but the Bambos were you once a victim of such? And I've never been, but so local. I don't know. I'm always fighting for people wherever I go. If it's something that I feel like there's unfairness in the situation, I will speak. Cause that's what I do.
I think it's something that you as a person you shouldn't feel shy about it, or should feel like it's like a special thing to have. It's like morally, it's something that should be happening. Understand? And also people feeling, because like there's always like Lando about it's in the background yako, like I don't know what I was going to do it without being a victim of it.
Yes,
That's
that's
for
the
me, it
case
doesn't
for
make
me. That's the
sense.
case
Yeah, I
for me.
understand. It doesn't make sense because, like, should something happen before I can react? Yeah, I understand.
We think differently as people. Abantu, you know what's right and what's wrong. But abanye abantu, up until umuntu abe part of that situation, that's the only time they would feel about it. Yeah, because for me, I was never molested as a child. I was never abused in that way. I never saw, I don't have any special person or someone close to heart who has been raped in Bezinjalo. Thank God. Oh, I don't know, mhlambe ke abakathethi about it.
Yeah.
Maybe it happened, but abakafigure it. So when it happened, I think that's bakakula when it happened to Uyinene. That's when I lost it. I've always been very vocal about it, but when Uyinene passed away in Galandlela, like I lost it. Like I saw myself in the midst of a derby with Amapolisa, and I couldn't control myself. So I was like, okay, this is such a big push. So I feel like I should just go, because if it can happen to her, it can happen to me, and it can happen to the next person. I have sisters, to two other siblings. So whenever such unfortunate things happen to amanye amantombazana amancinci, I always take it closer. Oba, it can happen to my sister anytime. So I shouldn't wait until it happened to Andish. I should jump now so that they know it's wrong.
Yeah. It's funny, like how I don't love to make content out of people, like especially people that I have personal experience with, or like create conversations out of. I wanna, without cameras and stuff, I can do that, but like while you're talking, I'm thinking I recently went to a workshop eka Mamutoko, so Itoko Nchinga Foundation, and I think a lot of my followers go Sebeyaz, and I once said Kuta space, I struggled to take a picture with her because I appreciate the experience that I have with her on a personal level, because Kwayena, she really loves me in an extent that I can live on. Yeah, understand? And she was like, videographer yam kawuzizosebenza yabola way, and I went to that, and I was so interested in the whole workshop. It was called Case Dismissed. I'm actually editing it right now because I shot the whole thing. And it was about GBV and the rape cases, yabo, as the pelela moyeni or zichithwe because of insufficient evidence. So there was NPA Pana, there was social workers from what's this institute, Tutuzela. Tutuzela, it's like an institute. I think his station Zabo within his bedlel, whereby they deal with rape victims, GBV victims. So they have doctors, psychologists, they do the whole process and assist and then hand it over to the police, and then it goes further. But listening to umsebenzi abawenzayo, and I could see like one of the doctors, like as much as she loves what she's doing, there's a bit of ungabikho right ngoku apha kuye, because she gets so sensitive every time kuthethwa ngala way, and she always wishes, but like ndiyazifaka nje esihlangwini zakhe, I may be wrong, but she always wishes that xa kuthethwa ngala nto ingaske abantu bangayithathi for granted, because like the way she was explaining, you could see passion and also a concern kuye uba ifika njani ebantwini. And then I think someone asked her about like, how do you deal with trauma when yourself, because you deal with a lot of stories different and how these things happened, and then you deal with the patients, but when yourself, do you get any kind of assistance as a doctor to handle that kind of thing? No, I have my own psychologist once in a week or so, and also uyazama by all means to leave everything that's at work. Yeah, and then I endlini
she tries
to enjoy herself, work and stuff, like understanding zonke ezazinto. It made me to be like, there's a need for more awareness.
There is.
Yeah, more. And as someone who is like voluntarily advocating for Indozinje, is there any institute that you work with, or like organization or project that you are running when as Usis Nomzamo?
Oh, I have Qhakaza. So I'm wearing the t-shirt.
Yeah.
My baby. Yeah, blush, I guess I would say. The men. Qhakaza Integrated Development. This is my hub for boys.
Okay.
Yeah, boys are Sekaslamu mostly, but we do have kids from Elita Park. We do have kids from Qhakaza. For now. But the hub yamke, where we develop these kids, sifaki additional information and knowledge to what they already know, which is the curriculum they are taught at school, but now we're teaching them about life and life challenges, how to treat women, how to talk to women, how to talk to themselves, how to deal with themselves, how to deal with ikaya, how do you build yourself as a young man, because it starts with you before you're Jolano Amanda, and to be that boyfriend, so that we teach them these values. No matter what character is or Amanda, influence the kind of person that you are. As coffee, understand that when she gets to your space, any demands is like, she doesn't push you that far. We understand, because it's different cases when it comes to Indo GBV. It's different cases. I'm one person who always, in any other situation, I come from a place of understanding. I understand. First thing I would say to you, but I understand. We perpetrator, but I understand. Because now I need to get the story out of you. Take away, let's attack. You will run away, definitely. You won't give me the story, and I'm a storyteller, so I need to get the story out of you. So I will say I understand, and I'll actually understand. If I have to sit on the floor so that you can be comfortable with me. So Qhakaza, we get to talk to these boys. We teach these boys to talk. We get people for these boys to talk to. They talk amongst themselves, because now they form a brotherhood. Also call mentorship, because now man that we look up to as a guys, who have against all odds, as a lockshinesses as your but are still thriving, and you still give us a hope and lantanzi that we're looking for. One day, someday, we will overcome as the challenges that we have. So that is the organization that I have. So one of my nephews, Atule, Yimbongi, we are parallel for now because he's still young. But he because you will see and identify this character when he transforms poetry. So he's a very quiet person, super quiet. He's very observant. Growing up, is so artistic. Now when you'll be seeing Ilanga, he's saying 10 things from Ilanga. I grew up like that. He has a lot of questions to ask. I was that child. So unombongo awenzayo for uyinene wabhalwa ngumama uNdayi, umama wakhe waseVeselele. Now this is where we saw uba umntana nesiphiwo. We silontshe uqhakaza kwakhona imbongi umntonyama eyayikhona yavumbuluka yenza umbongo, and these kids were there. Now we go back home, oko belinganiso sibo endlini And I didn't know to actually make ubomi out of this. Now esikolweni umisi uyaqalisa into edibene nembongi uAthule grabs that and when he does lambongo, I don't know, sasiye kumhlobene year before last, and and wethu izinto zamuva ne, like zamuva spirit zabantu, and I hope and pray uba if there was anyone who was thinking of molesting someone ngalamzuzu ngolasuku, when they hear Tilizwe Lamdana on the radio, yakhulisando kobo yabo. So that's how now I'm involved, or I'm advocating against the GBV for now, because I realized that I'm very emotional. I'm super emotional on the Cancerian, so emotions is they can run with
which Cancerian, which state?
What do you mean, which state?
Which state? Like,
I'm the 1st of July. I opened the
month
you're the
of
July.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the July person.
Cancer. I'm the June Cancer.
Oh, you're the okay. You are my person, Mas. That's why I feel like this. I'm the July person.
Yeah.
So I feel a lot. So from Uyinene, Mosindia reflect kakhulu, ne? So from Uyinene, if Kogulela Klasha killing I would have lost my life. Ne, but in Goku it's different battles. Ne, I'm a police after us, but for some reason, I think Kuba also pray a lot. I was covered during that because I'm during that thingy. But when they came close to me, there was this person from ETV closer to me, so they couldn't come and arrest me. And when they came again, Brazil, who was just behind me, was a UCT. So they couldn't also arrest me. So I felt like I was protected. But I realized I could get harmed easily if I do it. So rather and back and allow abantwana abafana noAthule to do it for me. Ndisakhala namhlanje ka isenza lambongo. I don't know how many times where rehearses was sitting behind and sonke, but whenever he performs lambongo, I still cry because I feel like isikalo sakhe is not heard by many people, because we still have a high number of abantu who are being molested, of women who are killed, and of abantwana man abangaphathekanga kakuhle. You understand, which worries me and it hurts me. It hurts me to abantwana ke abangaphathwa kakuhle. It hurts me like deep. So that's what I do for now, and that's how I play my part in speaking against the GBV and the violence against women and children.
Yeah, that's really, really amazing work, because like I think I've been following the kid. I even said it's your son and you corrected me, but no, he's not my son. And it was really it's very adorable. I remember when I saw the videos on Klobo and I was always curious, but I've never got an experience of seeing him live.
He's a dope boy.
Which is, it's very important that from a very young age, of course, but from a very young age, he's getting into that environment and he gets to understand the potential and the purpose as a person. Growing up, already as you know, they instilled kwingqondo yakhe, and even if niyadlala ningabantwana, but that thing is gonna kick in when he sees something wrong and be like ayibani ayenziwa londo. I understand, which is very crucial, because a lot of people always try to tackle the problem when it's there. Whereas like Gogo, there's a lot of gangsterism, there's a lot of extortions, and then people try to tackle it whereas it's still gonna go on if the grounds are not fertile enough, understand, for abantwana bakhule kahle, in a way that I've noticed that even the cooks decline in terms of curriculum activities, sports, shows, all of those things that kept people active, more excited for indoors and nice. Goku, there's a lot of Wi-Fi hotspots. They just chilling in the hotspots, which is most of the time as hotspots zibambi gone. Yeah, understand.
That's another problem.
You get what I mean? And then Goku, everything a hotspot, but end up getting introduced to other different things.
To another hotspot.
So a lot of people always talk about when they have conversations. It's a good thing to talk about the problems before you talk about the solutions.
Yes.
But I want to talk about what do you see happening in neighborhood, because I don't want to even, if abantu bangayazi uhlalaphi, they'll get an idea of what's going on. Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
But like I want us to tell Nela when you wish, you like, yes, I wish kunganje.
Okay.
If kunganje, I see this kind of world.
All right. This is the Nomzamo was a side say.
Yeah.
And I get this a lot to say it's funny now, like from a very young age. Because in the Kulele, I was born I think my mom gave birth that time, and then until I was 5. I moved to Eastern Cape. There was a lady friend. From lady friend, I was Engabo. From Engabo, I came back up for a high school. I pick up the party in the friend that Qhakaza. No, Qhakaza is different from the side. Very different, especially the side in Ankalakona. I was 39 closer to a Herikwa. So it's different. And I besides in Jessica, I say little John. Qhakaza into a bottom sister. You understand? So it's different. So I would come sightseeing weekends, and I'll be indoors because I'm like, I do not get the vibe. And the dovoli, why the dovol abandona balapa? Kuku stand up a kaya skamangwanya next door. Things amatumbu kudiswa from Somerset. Qhakaza, we don't even eat amatumbu in kuko uspe and stuff on weekends and stuff because batch abande bahlala pa ubuthi nosisi ngabana batch. So it was a culture shock for me, coming from Islalini. Ndafikele Qhakaza konzo me. It's like semi-suburb, the lifestyle that we were living in Ekhaya. You understand? Because that's kabantwana benkonzo so yonke lonto leyo. So we were very much protected. Aside sike ngoku kukwaqhusa ke language yakhona.
Yeah.
Yay, and it was a culture shock for me, but at the very same time, it was very interesting. I always loved stories. Yeah? So I was like, okay, here, there's a story to tell. For the side say, kukwa abaposi abantu kaloso side say funny na. Side is to ghetto, a hub of everything that is not good for mntana wekwekwe, especially for mntana wekwekwe. From ekhaya siphakathi but siface nembacu imbacu ezingabiyelwanga, so from ihonje lapha phambi kwasekhaya umuntu has access to a station, so if umuntu grow up some they can run as far as a station angene ehlathini and then they can just go. So there's no security up Qhakaza. Also there's drugs everywhere. Every other house sells drugs. It's just that we won't know because we won't be told that, not unless you do your own research, but we know, but we are amongst the drug dealers. And Kuku is mokolo. A lot of his mokolo. And as is mokolo as an age restriction. And Kuku is called Mutatangas as Wi-Fi. So kuhlalwa phana ngamajita at a certain age, and they are exposed to a lot of things. Payana and there's gonna masukuzi shop so girls pass there. That's where this is where now you get recruited to join gangs. Ne fights is and funny enough, maybe we don't know about this, they will go on connecting to the Wi-Fi, and then they go on sites, restricted sites. But now they're curious and they want to say things, and they go So a lot of things happen phayana. So as I'd say, how do we survive, or how do we get going, as I'd say, or how do we move? It's only by God's grace. It's only by God's grace, because I've lost so many people. So it means it can anytime. We recently lost one person not so long ago, a garage quadrek, during the day, got petrol, and that was it. And this is the time kubuye school in Abandwan. You understand? And my son goes to that school. And I was like, if we do not cover these kids in prayer, I don't know what can happen to them. So yeah, that is in Ghana society. It's scary, but for me, I was scared of Ghana society. I realized if I live in fear, I will not live. So I just have to trust the process, trust but there's a higher power that is still keeping me safe until now, and that will keep me and keep my kids safe. Up until, because I strongly believe I'll change someday, hence Qhakaza.
Yeah, but that's my question. Like, what do you see different? Like, what do you say? Okay, if Lena ingangabikho, if kunga-edwa Lena, like, what do you see like as something that can not even change everything, but at least give a little bit of
Okay. Hence Qhakaza is tukutukun sobumnyama kwaba kukhanya. If you see, it's black, and then there's this yellow. So this is ukhanya kwelanga, ne? And mama mambele, so Golanga, so ihamba pa. And I thought about it, and it was like, where do I come from? Since she came, like point, and then she came to the Kailicha forever. So and this is where we were born. So what can be done? Because there's no there's Kukwis Ebola. I won't lie. I won't sit here and lie. It has a good teams. It's an insect teams Ebola. So I'd say it's soccer. But it's so coach. But I feel like they are not given a support. So they have to do umsebenzi. Coach, but coach and get off the yake. Coach after work and stuff. So this doesn't actually allow him to build a relationship with the team yake, which is Abandwan, because the only time they see each other ila 2 hours or 3 hours during the day. So there are no centers, sports center, because I believe so much about indawo ezifana sport nje kwazona siyayiqoqa isimilo somntana, simteach discipline, simfundise obuyena, also azazi ba une choice, like ingabikho soccer cha kube khona nezinye iziport, so that they can just choose. If bafunda basketball, badlala basketball, so now you will find yourself in basketball. Understand? Because you need to have your identity as umuntu, and that will shape you and assist you in building a character. So as I say, azikho is-centers ze-sport. So that who decided okay, man badibanisa abantwana ndenze i-team eso. Now khona loo nto le limited, because uyenza ngamaxesha athile. When they come back from the gym, akho supervision. Also abazali abakhoyo ngoku, I don't understand. I don't know why, because we are the parents now, and sinezi isikhalazo, we know abazali bethu babelekisha, but abekho abazali abafuna ukwenza corrections of the past, because we formed the team for 2020 during COVID times, because dansela kwendlule emajiteni was anditi kuvaliwe yonke into, dlule emajiteni kugcwele elokishini, makawubhama ndithi kusaya amajita wandithanda weba ndihlele esikoneni, yabo hamba kapha sinento kwenza thina, usually besiba sebholeni, but ke ukavaliwe amabala. And I was like, okay, so what must I do? Go to work asikhalele team. And I'm like, kuvaliwe mos osafa bavalile and stuff. So what can we do? That bana lo coach umbhele ubudibonani wabe naye enabantwana basengenqani yakhe ebaqalisa ibhola during COVID times. I was like, okay, Masitimishe thatha abantwana thatha abantwana senze ihlanganana amabala avaliwe alapha local sasiwalker siyofika eLintargia close to Mitchell's Plain nandilapha close to eRenkin so from there we walked with kids as young as 8 abanye ke sikhupha imali ukuthi sibafake taxini okanye ibike whoever oyichomi yam bayayazi one day they came through because I was like there's no way these babies will be walking abanye baphatha ipali but senza lo matiletile kwenzela ba abantwana they can be away from estratweni ekone because now they did tell me ubana ngaba nansi ingxaki uyabona so ndacinga uba if ndingathena a blind eye on this ukhona umuntu who's not gonna turn a blind eye yabo ngokuba bazi bangamaxhoba of being used for ezinye activities because remember abantwana bane energy they need to move ne? So if they're not moving to do good they will definitely move to do bad it's a matter of who gets to them first so society is very limited on those things and I wish it's something thina before sithi sifike nabantwana to le level yobana ngaba bathi baphume esandleni we can just go before them uyabona ukubahlangula hence ke uqhakaza zamuqokelela wonke lo mntana wekwekwe off the streets do something let's go hiking let's go to the jog because abazala soloko benemali but I do take them sit maske sibaleke understand while we're doing so siyancokolani mos namajeti ubana ngaba intoni challenges and abo dingumama so I will pick a behavior yomntana who is not well ne ngokusipha ibali na will pick umntana ongaphathekanga kakuhle kokwabo and we did teach them soft skills when we were part of le nebola ngokungakavulwa and I could pick up ubani why can't it makusongo cows after a match sifakwe begini yena I feel like I'm not going to do that then now I'll take it back
home. TV yanqola fethu
now I'll take it back home uba uphuma kukhayela njani I would actually be interested in knowing ba uhlala nobani izinto that are very as in impact man we outcome of the product engumntana so sezo zinto esinazo challenges azo and these are the things that I think if we paid more attention to our abantwana bethu and we gave them more opportunities to become kids abantwana bayadlala umntana udala uba makadlala so we give them that opportunity to play until they cannot play no more of which I don't believe but there's that time because I still play so allow them to play as often as they can yes ibalance iyafuneka between books and playground but into ebalekile ba mabangadingi yabo so wena society bayadinga hence abe recruitwa akhondo yokwenza asinaso sports center asinaso sports center sinamaholo mayi-2 but akhondo are dedicated for kids kuthiwa lena indawo yabantwana they can come here akubuzwa awubusuka phi kwephi section they can just come here if bafuna upenda bapende if they want to dance and sing they can just come here and sing but how many taverns do we have man
I think also the fact that even if they get established they're not sustained but I don't know what may be the reasons because I remember first time to say sightsee not a rengin a sightsee I was Themba Labantu
okay
is it Themba Labantu
Nomzamo doesn't know about that
Mpilo yabantu Mpilo yabantu what was the school primary school a sightsee enegadi
kuse no ifu zamanzi could be ifu zamanzi but izonke ezinye izinto zinazo igadi we have many
you see sightsee plaza na khona le ndlela isuka eRenkin apha ezikhondeni enze long distance ihamba iya
straight down go
khona isikolo esipha
yasibona into Kamala's ewe I know the school
Dilibel Kamala but there was impilo yabantu market phayani which was really amazing super amazing like farmers market vibes
nice
a lot of activities people bring their kids and also the influence from the kids as a partner mhlambe weekend classes or something like that, activities esikolo ziye zithi xa ziphuma ziboma, oh wow, there's something is, yeah, I understand the performances, that's why performance at first, and I fell in love with the place. But yaphelele moyeni, I don't know what were the reasons, I wouldn't lie. But I want to also play devil's advocate.
Yes.
Don't you think that into ezininzi thina siyathanda uzihlekela? So what I mean with uzihlekela, would see, especially we live in a social media era, would see a video mhlambi ye couple ehlala kutyotyombe elithile ethanda usela. You understand? Probably mhlambi they having this conversation akuvisiswana, but it's a very funny video. Yabo. And then we don't look exactly at the problem or the issue partner, which is the alcohol abuse, and we don't ask questions if maybe is their child around that environment. But the only thing that was picked up from the situation is the fact that someone, most of the time an adult, took out a phone and took a video for content instead of ungenelela ngezinye indlela ezizawutheklisha the issue at hand. So a lot of kids come from as environments, and the fact that awukwazi ubona kwenye indlu until ungene ngaphakathi, it's another thing that will make a lot of people not aware what's really happening in the kid's life. Yeah, understand? And the fact that the families are not balanced, and then are not balanced because of into zekhaya, sometimes what they believe in, and also lando la generational thing whereby umzali yena self decisions zakhe zika life wakhe, they were not cool, and then now ziyamlandela. So kulandela kwakhe decisions zakhe kumenza asuffocate, and then usuffocate kwakhe, whatever happens in life yakhe uyikhuphela nasebantwaneni. Yeah, understand? Which is umntana, and then grows up under as a struggle, because I've experienced that. I've seen that in a lot of kids up because whereby uyambona lo mntana, man, he has a potential to be something. Yeah, understand? But the environment yakowabo imenza naye umbone kwalapha ebusweni uba uziyekelele. Yeah, understand? And then you're going outside, there's different influences from different homes. As dibana, it's as dibana ngeza problems azo. Sichomana ngoba hayi ekhaya nasekhaya akho kutya ngakona akho kutya. And then end up asking ourselves, what are the solutions? Chome senza njani? Let's situations go. And then there's options ke ngoku zingekho right. Yeah, understand? Wouldn't you say that a lot of factors, which includes abantu, wouldn't you say abantu themselves, like individually, they are very corrupt engqondweni nalapha enhliziyweni, in a way that aizo aliens ezithengisa drugs ngumuntu, like ngumuntu on a soul, on a, you understand? Aizo animals as party gun ngabantu from amakhaya. Yabo. And ayingobantu abenza aizo animals ezenza GBV. It's people. Wouldn't you say that there's a lot of brokenness in the hood that will ensure that this thing keeps on going instead of dismantling like kubekho into different than yon?
That's too deep, Kesan. You took me back to the sides. Of course, we don't think about our kids. As they see, we have failed to protect them. I've been telling my mom that the way abantwana bethu be exposed ngayo kwizinto, we sibenza babe badala before time. Ne? Growing up emakhaya helped me. Ne? Uba ndingazi kakhulu ngezinto ezenzekayo, because remember I grew up really different until I was 10. So 4 or 5 years of my life ndiselate different, and ndiselalini ilali engenazinto ezininzi, you understand, so we're not exposed to so much. Besihlala nomama kakhulu akho bantu bangootata. Ngoku ndaza eQhumanqa eNgcobo also pha ndikhuselekile. La 2 years yam ndiphayana, I wasn't exposed to so much. Ndaphuma ndaze eKapa ndafika ndahlala kwapriest, yabona, and nalapho ndisakhuselekile. I'm not exposed to so much because indlela yam isikolo sam iherigwala, it's 1 street away from home. So andina chance yokuya naphi na. The only person ndandimkhapha some days yayiba ngunathi, ndimkhaphe ndimjikise endleleni, but I come back because I have things to do endlini. So abantwana bethu ke ngoku also asibanike imisebenzi. That time it was like by extra bazali bam. What is this now? Abanye abantwana bayadlala, and but ndiyababulela ngoku when I look back. But yazi I would have been one of the girls ezidlalayo pha estratweni, and kuyadlala mos ngamantombazana, but at the very same time kukho ixesha funeka time up, you need to come back home. Xa kutshona ilanga ngubani olayitayo, ngubani ovala ii-curtains, ngubani othathe umntana ecrash, njalo njalo. Those things nezandinceda yabo kuba ndingabikho sesitratweni for ixesha elide kakhulu. I have to prepare for supper, then I have to go to church. So ixesha lam, I always said ischedule is very tight, so I had so little time to play and during the week and neencwadi zam, but on weekends ke I could play if I wanted to. So indlela esenza ngayo thina abazali in front of our kids iyabaqala ibapushe away, iba expose to so much. Siyahluleka ubakhusela. Umzekelo, on holidays, this past holidays nezi siya kuzo, sesine plans ne, asina plans for bona. Ayikho plan abantwana bam zabakhupha ndibasephi. Abantwana nine plans ezithini tshomi. Can we go to hiking? Can we go to the beach? Can we go to sinintsi neparks zabantwana ne? As a family we can go and chill the whole day without alcohol. Ne, into ebuhlungu siye sabanayo ezisizwe simnyama kuzinikela nokuba nomlingane obutywala ne, bukho wrong utywala. It's how I consume utywala. And if ezingathi utywala buyi enemy of the society. So if bendinembeko ne towards utywala, first of all ndikhusela usana lwam, andizusela phambi ko-iminathi engekabikho kwinqanaba lobana ngaba ahlale nami sisele kunye. You understand? Or if they consume my glass of wine, he understands why. You understand? Sithethile about this. Uyazazi bayena at a certain age, mna ngoku ndina 34, ndiyakwazi uzithengela futhi iwine yam. So he understands and he knows ubana ngaba umama ke after isapha yakhe she'll have 1 glass. Ne? 1 glass yala wine yakhe, and then that's it. It helps her nerves like as become, because she has to think a lot about Qhakaza the whole day. So now there's a reason why. You understand? And we are born in the land betha ngayo. Ubana ngaba bade bathi ke pha endlini nale wine yakho uyisela isilungu. Ndiyakwahlala nebhotile kalindile for 3 weeks. Koyihleli pha because ndithi nje kancinci ndiphinde ndiyeke ndiphinde elo xesha. Yabona? So indlela esenza ngayo in front of our kids yebadamageayo. Siyalivula ikroba lukabana ngaba laa mntu ungusathana, ndizawuthi ungusathana laa mntu uthathe idraga enika umntana. But sinelungelo nathi lokubafundisa. Abazinto abantwana bazazi istrato bazinjani. So when as umzali, it's your right or your responsibility uqala ba mamela kapha ekasi kokuthi abani bani, yabo, utape day wenza so and asuzumjudge utape day ne ubomi bakhe indlela abona ubomi ngayo yena. But what can we do now mna nawe is to control the situation. You are you, nomzali ondim. So these are the boundaries ne when it comes to your relationship yakho with that other person. But unabantu bakhe that he has to answer to wenza uhambo lwakhe, but how can you protect yourself from being a victim? Because umntana uyothenga idrug kumntu othenga drugs uyavictimized. You understand? That's victimize the level of thinking. Yalo mntana utshintsha isimilo. Wenza nje zonke izinto end goal yakhona. Uzaba addicted mosene. Then now you don't have control over your life. Now you start being a para. Wenza zonke izinto bakho buchinje. Now you are losing yourself. You're no longer controlling isiqu sakho and your thoughts and all of that. So ebantwaneni, what we do today, we also paint that picture. As ugly as it is. We paint it. Like after school, this is what you will do when you ubuye esikolweni uzohamba uyohlala ekoneni, and then this person will come and this person will say this when you will feel type of way, and then you will do 1, 2 and 3 but end goal yakho uzayepause. This is what I learned from kunanze RAA ndaye ndashadowisa 18 Gangster Museum. Everybody was doing fancy stuff and I was like, I want to follow these people. I saw them you sit at Dungen. No, that's it. That what is this thing? Because Mandambi was a kind. I didn't know a lot of things as a kind of no siki. Even when you spoke about Lendi as a school, I didn't know about such. So and we are many of us who do not know about there are things that are happening at us, which is there's not awareness in Kulungazo. You understand? So I saw in the 18 Gangster, it was like, I've always wanted to be a boy. So I was too scared of the streets. So I couldn't join the boys and actually explore. But via the museum, I will explore and actually get my answers from Yonkeland. And I didn't sleep so many nights. The Bukela documentaries and but there's this gang. Just playing. So I watched those things, the brutal stuff. Then in Dayagowara and then the whole journey of Umdana from being Umdana to becoming a Genza and the views and the testimonies of Genza. I figure Abasepos more a changer. Youngest story, seconds I have several. So and then because of clan and be comfortable with the boys at Qhakaza. Mamela like I said, send it bonny long over so. So it's like so, and the next step will be this, and third one will be that. So I'm in a comes like Obama, you don't know what did he? Because I know as parents we're supposed to allow ourselves that open so that we prevent I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but at least by each end, as Kettle mama, I'm not gonna eat. Now I'll join Lehai David. Now I'll Qhakaza, I suppose. Because now you have it back up your but in the presentation. I actually want to take them see tracks so that they can see and feel as drugs. We understand then be hooked so that he can smell weed if they have to. But I asked but this is pure weed. Ibanje pure and mix into tile iba so that angazibonise kanqaleke kwizinto angekho ubana ngaba uyakuzo. So as parents I believe uba ukuzitshintshe le meko from ukunyuka as numbers of crimes and stuff isekwa kuthi how we do izinto ekuhlaleni. Instead of taking pictures of messy situations, how about we become involved? Very much involved. You saw babantwana nabaya ke ngoku sebeyibonile. Do you ever think ubana ngaba ithi ngeke trauma bazawugoduka benayo babone utata nomama besile? You understand? Sinqandile singabazali abamelwane sayinqanda lento, but le family of 4 izaphendulana kule ndlela. Why? Do you ever go to that household ubambe ilight le ubambe umntana lentombazana ukuhlala nabecaleni? Ikwenza uzive njani ngeko kwamama notata yokuthi uzovala umntana uba kukhula mntu mnike ngokwaphakathi kuye. We understand because luyikwekho uzawukhule ne-anger issues efuna udefend utata umama yakhe athi andiyayizonda mna katsotsi. Uyabona ke ngokuba sekukho umuntu angry at the age of 8 ozawukhangela onke amacebo wokuba adefeate lo Goliath ungutata yakhe which is there are many weapons out there. Before the age of 16 sekwazi ubamba igani ngokusegacelela time yakho ba xa izobetha umama ndikhawuleze ndimthi punch aqala ukuthi ndizisa amashita wam, because now he fails to be a protector apha endlini. Now utabani bani pha ngaphandle is saying to me, if I do this uzoprotecta mna against the animal like that. So this society is fucked up, but at the very same time Nomzamo who are within the society, I believe if singenza more mna ndiyazi ngena ndiyangena mna andilindi uba undixelele. If I see umntana ongayanga esikolweni ndiyakubuza uba kutheni ngayanga esikolweni athethe uba umamam into ye-transport blah 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 ave bafuna kumama just explain, and abekho ke mntana ma understand, go take a book uwenze homework yakho, awungenzekanga ube lapha esikolweni uzophuma xa bebuyile nabanye abantwana, right? And then umzali, I don't care noba uvela kweyiphi angle, I will find a way. That's how good I am with people. I will find a way yobana ngaba girl kwenzeka nomntana umntana ngoku iveki yonke hayi makawubhama blah blah, how about utshintshe umntana isikolo, because imeko yakho uyayazi, yayazi uba wena ungulaa mntu ungenamsebenzi usisiqela. So don't you think umntana akho is losing so much information esikolweni abehlela apha elokishini because when you want to think you want us to think ubana ngaba you can afford the transport, whereas you can't. Funny enough ekhaya khona omnye umntana ofunde kwezi isikolo, abantwana basekhaya bafunde nolungile nase, this is my son, umntana mfunde nolungile ufunde zola ngoku, and ndathi xa ndibuzayo kwezi isikolo uba kwenzela nto afuneka yazi English, I was like, can't funde kwezi isikolo, I know how to speak good English, I know how to stand up for myself. I knew how to do a presentation from a very young age, because it's a reading. You read, you listen to the TV, cartoons, you read newspapers so that we ask about what's happening in the world. And then waterfront, you take the kids out. Bakhupha abantwana baye waterfront so that badlale kulaa park yapha umntana wayiphuma hamba odlala kulaa park engakwazi nokuthi English by then, but ndimliyeke pha for a good hour ahlale pha uba motshini nanka athetha nje nomntana nomlungu noba bathetha ntoni ndibana naye ngoxa seyiphakathi kwabantu xa ndikhosa mami okay mshito uyakoba okay kwiindawo ezinje you need to change how you speak and adapt it to a place. So he's good. He's good. He just got a certificate in Angoku for English esikolweni sakhe high school. So laa nto yayileqwa ngabanye abantu, I don't say it. And I'm very much involved kwizikolo abantwana bam bafunda kuzo, because I actually want to assess ubana ngaba what kind of curriculum are you giving to my kids, and also do you actually do what you're supposed to do, but so that I don't spend money ndithatha umntana ndimsa kwisikolo esifanayo nesi kwi-community, like I mean like as mama just playing like ba so violent. Most of the time they are even worse than the side. But now how do I trust uba umntana we-drug dealer abe ngumntana waseklasini nomntana wam, and then I think it's better than umntana kwamama othengisa umqombothi wasesayithini, understand? So kumi didn't make sense loo nto leyo. Hence ke ngoku when it comes to into ze-transport umntana kangasikolo because of transport ndiya kumzali ndithi no apha esikolweni apha elokishini yethu they are good schools, and now you have a chance yobana umntana wakho umkhaphe umsesikolweni. It's very nice, and it's very nice to kiss your umntana wakho goodbye and uthethe no-security unjani ba umpondo phaa egeyithini ntonto hayi ndingumzali kayimina
enzela nayo imini xa ibona umntana wakho esenza into wrong
athi mama akho. That's how mna I've managed to uqeqesha umntanam phaa. Umntanam wayeke wabhulishwa phaa enolungile wadityaniswa nedonga komnye umntana phaa, umntana oyibhuli ndandingazoyazi uba wayefunda kwesinye isikolo, but umama uphusha itroli wanqaka umntana ke benyuswe ngedonga phaa. Yena uthe kum ukrwelekile phiphipi xa ndimbuzayo emaka ndaya esikolweni, and ndinathetha notitsha ndathi uyamazi umntana so wathi ndiyamazi, ndathi unyuse umntanam ngedonga, ndabiza umntana ndathi unyuse umntanam ngedonga walila, ndathi ndicela umzali. So I actually followed the issue, yabona to ndaqonda uba enkosi mama wetroli ngondixelela, but ndabuya back uba if lo mntana ebekwesinye isikole si-far away to a community whereby andikho familiar with, angobantu bam bale community, I wouldn't know. Umntana wayezoba i-victim yokubhulishwa ngulo mntana until naye mhlawumbi alene ukuba yibhuli, and umntana is very soft. So which is a good thing. I always encourage people to date soft people. It's very nice. It's very nice. So I actually
to date us.
I do but I always say about date soft men, kind men. Abantu abakwazi ukuthetha ne I talk a lot.
Yeah.
And so anti-correct with someone who ne bar, and also anti-correct with someone also ngola I did diba lost umntanami ulo uba lost xa diba nomntu pre uyaklinda ne pre zogqibe, and then he'll come and be like andikuvanga awuphinde yabo. So nami as bandikhula ke ngoku I learned to date abantu abanje ngalo mntana, because at the very same time I'm the first girlfriend that he'll ever have. Yabona. So nam umntana ukuba nomntana oyikwekho kundenze ezinye izimilo discorrect, because I didn't know better before, but now I'm okay, abafana bathanda basenze kanje. So xa ndibana nomfana ke I'm like, oh okay, I need to position myself in this setting, because women are xa ndisithi and kuva mama yabo. Come okay, boys don't like it when you ingena ngabe iphume ngapha. Now I'm learning. So
you make incredible remarks. Like it's ways that I'm thinking about them now. It's like how your child influences, because like a lot of old people are always like, you respect me, I don't have to respect you. It's like call that disconnect. And then I ended up growing up with abantu abadala kwezinye indawo. Yeah, understand? And hlala no bhengeza, yo bhengeza. Bhengeza ngathi indanga yami yabo ngulume yabo. And I'm more connected to him than anyone at home. Yeah, understand? And he gets me and stuff. And I'm like, what if Louis sends a guy? How much more a car? Yeah, but that would have been nice. So I like the fact that you simplify Izindo in a way that you get to understand Umdana and how they think and all of that. I want to ask you a question that I ask a lot of people that sit on this couch.
Okay.
It's a two-way question, which is, what's that one thing that you hear about yourself that is not true? And what's that one thing that people don't know about you that you wish that they knew?
Oh Lord, one thing that I hear about, okay, besides the obvious, you're buying that in the money. And now Mali, like I do not have, but I give, you know, because I'm a giver. And then the temple will provide. So people like, because they always ask and I provide.
Yeah.
And like, oh, there's no way you can come back to it. Do you know? But that was my last 100.
I think we have that similar thing. Like a lot of people think I have a lot of money. I'm super broke. Like I'm very broke.
I'm beneath a big broke. But I think that's one thing that is not true. Yeah. I deny. I'm broke. And now I do not have access to cash right now, and so that I can live the lifestyle that I want. But Kubantan isn't okay, yeah. I think that's one thing about spaces is up. And also another thing that I don't like, that I've picked up from people, because I'm this person, and I love boys. When I say I love boys, I love boys. Like when I say a boy child, it's different. I love people in general. I love kids, but there's something to me, especially yeah. So a baby until Utamkulona 100 and something. I always see that. I always see the goodness before the bad. So Abanaban is go, because I am this loving and welcoming to abantu benye gender. Yo yangwasela sis. Igcwele. Yayiba. If umuntu akazithembanga angaba insecure to ubayobetheka ngenqenzo, because uzodibana nami ndisithi mapapa umuntu esithi mababa kwandithi baby okanye sithandwa sami like I am that because andiyazi ndinala motherly love ne for legend yenu ndinala sisterhood like I feel like you are one gender that needs more attention than any other person. So when I get to a space I always open up to Nina ubana ngaba come I'm your safe space. Yeah, understand. So ke ngabanye abantu kuthiwa you asenze nimgade phakathi kwabantu benu.
Yeah.
You are talking about
I think I'm the same, ne? But in an opposite sense.
Yes,
whereby
I get it.
It's females.
Yeah,
because I'm the only guy ekhaya. Yabo, dino sisabadala by two, dino cousin, sister, and there's a lot of niece more than in nephews. So I've always grew up around the environment yabana bango sisi, and I have a lot of female friends in my life. I have a lot, and bias. And I don't even have to say this on camera. Bias, they can say it. I have indoors abandu apagum that I've kept.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. You. I know. My boy.
Yeah, and they know, but like I will never judge anyone. Hence, they can tell me anything. Like, you are out to be so pamban. I understand because I feel like ikona zokhalela ziyangoncipha because the more you cry kona the more they make content out of it. You understand, and then it's a laughing stock. Okay, people use that to attack you on a later stage. You understand. So even when people generally ask me, "Hey, lose a couple goals, yes. I'm like, so again, that's it. You don't have to know what's happening. Yes, one team now, that's it. I can't speak about her. Yeah, understand. Yeah, I care about Tetanga, but I respect Yena and I respect Nendo Besiko Truzona. So I mean, that's it. So I'm that type of person. So I understand when you talk about
that. And one thing I should, another thing, I think I wish people could know about me abangayaziyo. I think about because I come across as this strong person. I am. I'm not gonna lie. Isn't really goes or sometimes I'll be like, did you how? You know, then back and then again I take it to God who was there all this time. But I'm such a crybaby. Ne? I cry a lot. Hence the hiking. Hence when I get to the mountains, I cannot wait to be on top and find a corner, pray, cry. Like it can be a good 20 minutes. I'm crying to self. I'm talking to self. I'm praying. I'm talking to my people. But I cry a lot. Ne? And man, I think abantu kabenzwengile like sometimes even nakwezinqaki ke zabantu cause ke khona into kuyibona emagazini usesidoli uyabona la sesidoli wayesoloko exelela i-problems aze ne-solutions. That is me in real life. So abantu can come like ngosuku ndase kwenzeka into ethile they wanna see ubana ngaba mna ndizayithini ingcebiso zabo, of which I value that babantu surely kwimpilo zabo ndine-impact yabona. But ukubona ba sometimes no kaloku ndasengoku kunama-minute khona because uyandazi boss uba ezam izinto mna andizigcine to myself. The challenges that I went through ndiyashare even on my social media ubana ngaba okay I'm this person who has this happening in life, blah 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 blah. Yes, sometimes when it's too sensitive I'll take time off of social media and work on the issue. But when I feel like my time is right and I'll come and I tell the story. So sometimes abantu come vulnerable, dude. I cannot be attending to your issue. Nomzamo, you have 100 other Nomzamos in your corner. But in the corner, I wish now I know this is a lot. But again, one thing that I've recently learned to there's a personal abantu. I will take your problem. Even that you do not have a family. I'm the only person around, and I'll try to come with a solution. I'm that person. There's a problem, yeah, but this is our thing because we need to solve it. So it's something that I'm learning now. Let me take your problem, but also let me trust in the higher power. There was a reason why your coffee had to go through what you went through, because we understand, and there's nothing I can do to change the situation. I can be a supportive friend, but it's your baby. How you feel, I don't get it. Yes, one way, but I because health wise, and you check up out your BP and high blood pressure. Hence why I'm super active, but I was like, overlay like uthathe zangqinisa babantu uzi-10 uhlale nazo bebhethe ufuna uyisolva so 10, and then from kule position ukuyo you cannot, because most of our issues zifuna imali. And then back to what I said, abantu bacinga uba ndinemali. So now umntu uzandiphathela ingxaki edinga imali eqomba Thixo ndiyafuna umncedo ubani, yabo, but I do not have means to do so. But ayisuki kum ndiyamkela uba I can't help, ihlala nam kulaa bhedi yam ndijikajikane nayo. So that is one thing abantu I feel like they should just understand about me. I'm only human. Yes, I care a lot, but also son sikhona ezinye izinto ezingandidingiyo too bazaziwe ndim okanye kabanye babona i-safe space akafuni noba ndiyi-resolve, you understand, but now when you give me your problem I'm like masikhangele i-solution, and umntu uzokhangela i-solution apha kakhulu more than wena mntu wengxaki ndim, and ndibetha kancinci, but I'm learning ke ngoku to trust uba okay khayinikezele emthandazweni man and uzi-remove out of the situation.
That's amazing, man. That's I think everything that I imagined about this episode is laid out, and I feel like I just got an idea because I'm I always say I'm stupid, but in a way that I always ask questions that people don't think about, and I still have a lot of questions for you, but due to time, but I now imagine an episode whereby I have peers zakho bafethu nangxola man sasebenza apha, so I have an idea whereby kukho peers zakho, same age group, males and females, sine round table, coffee upha kuzibona as a political debate, something like that. But now I'm coming with my stupid questions.
I would love that.
Yeah, understand? Because as I'm asking questions, they're very stupid in a way that I was just saying at that moment.
Stupid.
Yeah, understand? I had another question, but you don't have to answer it. It's not even a question, but it's an awareness. But you talked about alerting umntana wakho, okay, this glass of wine is doing this thing to me at this set. Elakho xesha liyeza baliyeza, but okwangoku leli lelam, you understand, and the consumer all hlobo. And then there is the traditions, ezifana nemicimbi. Do you understand that emicimbini, as much as izinto separate, but they are very exposed in a way, ezibhotile nobutywala bulapha. Sometimes kuthunywa kwabona uba makase kotata makase ppp, but they don't get it teachings of why kusenzeka exactly yonke lento. Banikwa a little bit of information whereby when it gets a little bit later they see a vibe, but hey makazi, hey we nama can't wait
to get there.
And then Mdu ends up skipping his steps as Tile just to quickly get to that point whereby well kalalo makazi. Yeah, and I'm indulging beside. So I also feel like there's a lot of that play a role in how a lot of kids are today. But especially if you ask those kind of questions, yeah, understand. So But yes, I love me. And I'm willing to be on.
I'm there with you. I'll be on that table. It's a question that I always had.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely make that table. Weekend Pasika, CP?
Weekend Pasika, the Christian,
yeah.
But in was apostle.
Okay.
So we're not part of the celebrations as a Pasika part. It's a confirmation.
Okay.
So now this is when you're 16-year-olds. They buy a confirmer from Sunday school by a youth, and abanye ku youth by a kubana badala.
Okay.
So we have Nomzamo in Konzweni, which is Saturday. I also have which is Sunday, Saturday 50th yase kasiswam.
Wow.
The one and fikele kuya apekapa.
Okay.
Umama ka prestilo wa nkhulisile 50th yake makhaya. Also maqadini asekhaya closes kukhumcimbi, so I'll go and
you have a busy weekend.
Because in the family needs namakhaya amaninzi, like in namakhaya amaninzi. When I say umntu unathi bake banhleke kuthiwa kuphi kokweni ndithi like ekhaya kulapho ndifika ndamkeleke khona, yabo. Ekhaya kulapho uba ndifike ndamkeleka mna kusekhaya. Hence I always listen a conversation earlier yobana ngaba I am not for a site only. I'm not for South Africa only. I believe that I will end up emazweni. So apho ndifike ndamkeleka khona kusekhaya, so ke closes ndafika ndamkeleka sa share isiduko ke ngoku. So imicimbi yakho kwabo uyandiqalela xa kuba kumcimbi bamntase, then ekhaya kasenzi kakhulu imicimbi ne. Bayayenza abanye, but ke kuba ndinale nkolo kodwa ke ndiyahlonipha isiko lasekhaya, ndiyazi-understand uba ndingumamqadi, ndingungwanya, ndinonxina umphangomo, so izinto zaphayana ndizihloniphe kakhulu. So ndiyaye ndizawuya ndiyokroba phaa ndiphinde ndibaleke ndiye kwi-50th yasepostini. Then ngecabe ndiye kwi-confirmation.
Asendibe nguwe.
Hayi ndine-vibes noba namali kodwa zabe ndi-within. Ndihamba nalintshontsho lam ke andilishiyeki. Hayi andilishiyeki. Upedo wam.
Kuhle. And then on social media, where can people follow you?
Qhakaza unayo ipage yakhe. We're not that very much active now. We're still working on it because benifuna utshintsha yonke into since besike sathula. But it's Qhakaza Integrated Development. So we do have Facebook for now. Nomzamo on Facebook and Nomzamo Kilana on Instagram. Now TikTok Nomzamo.
Okay.
A storyteller.
Ningamfuni imali, guys.
I do not have. I have nothing. Because I didn't put donations. Because I'm not available. Ngoba hayi boma ka Obama lo siyanini ngofu bese sizaya kwi hiking ukuthi ngayosifundela eCangolwandle. Did guys I still have to talk to parents because currently we do not have anyone who gives us money. I'm still in the process of asking the funders. I don't believe ekuceleni. Kukhona ngomntana engakwazi ukucela. So I believe uba make ngiqale ndizame hence Nomzamo, and then if I fail ke ngoku I can ask the second person. So okubeke sikwezo nzame zoba sizirezele imali ngokwethu, but I've realized uba ngabomthwalo too much ne. So I need to ask people to assist. So ndilapho ke ngoku asking abantu to actually assist, because the movement has to move forward. Ndiyabaluza abanye abantwana have lost few kids ebengenqoba iprogram kodwa but nje apha eKazimba uhayi ngoku ungenile ke ngoku sekunzima ke ngoku umtsala uyabo. But bakhona abantu endisebenzisana nabo bayeklaleni yonke community builder ne. Committee dilike yawo ngoku hayi ndifike napho.
Are we voting 29 May?
Of course I've been voting all my life since I became an adult. I been a voter, and it was a secret vote because ngoku bendishaye izinto za undercarpet because I wasn't sure. I was a bit skeptical about who to vote for and where do I put my money on. But now it's clear. I found my home.
You don't have to disclose.
I'm not gonna say nothing. Those who know.
Someone I guess give
I don't. I only wear this one. I only have this baby on me.
That's my two family tender.
But yeah, yes, but I'm with the fighters because I'm a fighter. So yeah.
That's nice,
yeah,
man. That's nice. All
That's
the
14.
best on everything.
Go
I
to
think
coffee.
I also think before you come back, both you won't come back anytime soon on the couch, but so was a la round table. Let's see when we do that. But also I think to give people a broader idea of what you do, we're gonna have to bring Leah show.
Okay, the other one.
Yeah,
okay, but this is what you do. Yeah.
That would be really nice. So I'm thinking of that, which is yes.
English. Red car. Red car. It's a red. Are you?
Yes.
I better and
yeah, I really appreciate what you're doing for people. Yeah, well, even for myself. Yeah. I don't have to spill it on the camera. But yeah, man, all the best to everything that you're doing, and I wish Qhakaza more than ever. And yeah, all the best to your weekend. Have nice vibes. Guys, and shout out to everyone who has watched the podcast till this moment. If you are still watching right now, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe, like the video, share, comment what do you like about Losisi, and where do you know Losisi from, or what experience you have got from Losisi. Okanye, if you are open enough, you can even tell us what Losisi helped you with, or something like that, man. Let's get everyone engaging on the post, and shout out to everyone who's following us on all social media platforms, man. And I'm happy to be back. We're gonna be back in other shows, promising to give you nothing but the best content, man. And it's your boy Kaufman. I'm out in Cape Town, Barcelona, in a pole. South Africa, man.
Bye.
We're out.
Bye.